The winds out there getting a little bit breezy today, but Dean, they're going to get a lot stronger again tomorrow, unfortunately. Yeah. So, going to be one of those windy days we've kind of already seen so far this year. Yeah. Another one of those tomorrow.
And that's also going to come with a very high fire danger across the state as well. We're already starting to see some really high winds across New Mexico today. They've been gusting to around 40 miles per hour at times around Ruidoso, where we're taking a live look right now, but they're going to be much stronger tomorrow afternoon. Down here, we're in the mid-70s at this hour with sunny skies. Humidity sitting at only about 11%, and that's one of the higher humidity values we're seeing across New Mexico today. So even though the winds aren't as high as they're going to be tomorrow, there's still an elevated and critical fire danger across the state this afternoon. Gusting to around 35 in Deming, T or C. We're seeing 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts up in Las Vegas, nearly 40-mile-per-hour gusts in Raton. We're gusting to around 20 miles per hour here in Albuquerque, so we're a little bit sheltered here in the metro right now, but that'll be changing tomorrow. That wind is also bringing in some much warmer temperatures today. We're sitting over 20 degrees warmer in eastern New Mexico compared to yesterday, up to 95 degrees down in Roswell. We're sitting in the mid-80s up to Santa Rosa and Tucumcari, 80s all the way up to Clayton. It's 82 here in Albuquerque. Areas like Santa Fe, Farmington flirting with 80 this afternoon. 80s up into, or 70s rather, up into southwestern Colorado. And we're also in the 90s down in Deming and Alamogordo. Skies are sunny, or at least mostly sunny across the state. We have a few clouds into northern New Mexico and southern Colorado, where it looks like it's even trying to rain just a little bit. Some areas of blowing dust, though, starting to work their way into far southern New Mexico, just north of the El Paso area. Now, tomorrow, the reason for the high winds are going to be this very fast-moving jet stream that's going to be screaming across the state tomorrow afternoon. That's going to produce widespread wind gusts of anywhere from 40 to 50 miles per hour, but we'll even be looking at some 45 to 65 mile per hour wind gusts across the state. That's going to cause areas of blowing dust, especially in those dust prone areas like sections of I-25 south of Albuquerque. We'll also see some blowing dust here in the metro tomorrow as well. Sections of I-10 in southwestern New Mexico and sections of Highway 285 from Roswell through Dexter, Hagerman, and down to Artesia. So something to really keep an eye out for tomorrow afternoon. But as we head into Friday, the jet stream pushes to the south just a little bit. So that's going to push some of those higher wind gusts across southern and eastern New Mexico, where they could still gust to as high as 50 miles per hour on Friday afternoon. Tomorrow we have high wind warnings here in orange, wind advisories in yellow that go in effect across the state. This is going to be where we're going to see some of the strongest wind gusts tomorrow afternoon. And that's just going to be one of the impacts from this high wind event tomorrow. The biggest is going to be the fire danger, especially from southwest to northeast New Mexico. We're also going to run into areas of blowing dust like I was just talking about. Wind damage is possible. We're talking down trees, down power lines, and that could result in some power outages across parts of New Mexico. But we're also concerned about this extreme fire danger that's in place for tomorrow. That stretches from down to around Silver City and Deming all the way up towards Tucumcari and Clayton. It includes areas like the East Mountains, parts of the Sacramento Mountains, and up towards Las Vegas. So the big concern here is that if any fire does start tomorrow, it'll spread rapidly and potentially uncontrollably until those winds die down a little bit Thursday night. A red flag warning is in effect for the entire state tomorrow, and even for Friday, there's already fire weather watch in effect across parts of the state, so that fire danger is still going to stick with us into the end of this week. But at least the good news here is there's a storm that's going to be moving into New Mexico Friday and Saturday, and that storm will start to bring in a mix of rain and even snow across southern Colorado by Friday afternoon. We'll be looking at some rain and higher elevation snow across northwestern New Mexico as well by Friday, and that could switch over to some snowfall even as low as about 6,500 to 7,000 feet early Saturday morning, with some scattered to isolated rain showers and higher elevation snow showers through the day Saturday before drier and warmer weather moves in for Easter Sunday. Could even see a couple spotty showers in southern New Mexico on Saturday, which will help to settle some of that dust that we're going to see get kicked up with the winds tomorrow and potentially even on Friday. Temperatures will be cooler as well as that storm moves in for Saturday, with a couple isolated showers possible even down into southeastern New Mexico. But the best chance for rain is going to be across the northern half of the state. That could even mix in with some snow Saturday morning along I-25 from Las Vegas up to Raton. Even a light mix of rain and snow possible early Saturday morning in Santa Fe, but it's mostly going to be falling in the form of rain there. Meanwhile, up in the mountains, we could pick up anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of snowfall. May even see a light mix of rain and snow Saturday morning onto the East Mountains as well, but rain chances will start moving in there Friday evening and then switch back over to some rain by Saturday afternoon. Here in Albuquerque, those winds will likely pick up some areas of blowing dust tomorrow around the metro as well, with highs climbing back into the 80s once again. It's still going to be a bit breezy, if not even windy, on Friday as temperatures start cooling off with that storm system. It'll likely bring us a couple isolated showers by Saturday, and then some drier and warmer weather moves in starting Easter Sunday.
All right. Good stuff, Grant. Thank you.